Welcome to Ivy and Ivy, Generations of Justice.
Hey everybody, welcome to an all-new episode of Ivy and Ivy, Generations of Justice. I'm your host, Mike Leon. As you see the attorneys there, Sam and Vic of Ivy and Ivy Law, as they help West Tennesseans understand their legal rights after serious injuries. So listen, whether you've been hit by a truck, hurt on the job, you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, Sam and Vic bring fierce advocacy and local insight to every case. And in today's episode, we're really going to be talking about something that I'm sure everybody has had, or at least knows somebody that has had this, right? When do you call an attorney? When do you hire one? When you face a personal injury, right? So, Sam, I'm going to direct this question to you at the onset here. How can someone tell if their injury case is one that needs a lawyer?
Mike, I mean, that's kind of a complex question really there, because it's hard to know at the outset. I would recommend, if you have been in an accident, go ahead and give us a call and we can talk through that with you, figure out exactly what's going on, how you were hurt in the wreck, what the facts of the wreck are. The consultation's free. So I would say reach out and we can talk through that together. Many times you will end up needing a lawyer in an injury case to build the case for you and maximize the value of it. I mean, even if you have let's say that you're rear-ended and, you're able to leave the scene, but you start having some pain later and you go to the emergency room, it's just hard to know at that point how the injuries are going to develop, or are you going to get better shortly after that, or, what the situation is. So I would say go ahead and call us and let's talk through that together and make a plan together. It's free to you, so we might as well seek us out to help you.
There it is, free to use, right? You might as well seek it out. I love that you said that. Vic, let me turn to you, because for somebody listening or watching this, what are some signs that they should be looking for that maybe their case is a little bit more serious than they think?
Well, Mike, if you wake up and you're still in the hospital, that's a sure sign. That's a dead given. But the things occur over time that you might not exactly expect. And that is, sometimes you think your back hurts a little bit after the wreck, and then you, in a week or two, you wind up going to a neurologist or somebody, and you find out that you've got a ruptured disc, or let's just say you're having pain down your leg. And that doesn't manifest itself until a couple of weeks or 3 weeks after the accident. So after you have a car wreck, you need to monitor yourself, and you need to talk to family members who might have noticed a change in you somewhat, even after you exit the hospital, after you've been released from the hospital, but you're still under a doctor's care. So you need to look for those things, and those call us. We can go through those whole litany of questions to ask that to determine, whether you need to seek further treatment. We can go through all sorts of different things. But one thing that a lot of folks don't think about is the mental aspects of an automobile accident. When you have a car wreck, it's a very traumatic event. And you might even be suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is a real thing. And if you're having flashbacks and that sort of thing at night, you can't sleep, you may be having some psychiatric problems as a result of that automobile accident. So many different things that would actually make you realize that your case is much more serious than you think. Give us a call.
I love that you said that. Mental, physical aspects. Sometimes people ignore some of that stuff. Very well said, Vic. So let me turn, and I'll open this up. Either of you can take this question, because I'm sure people out there, if they get into an accident, they have insurance coverage, but hey, does insurance coverage play a role in whether I do need legal help? What would be your recommendation to them if they're watching or listening to this?
So, Mike, I would say give us a call, regardless of if you know whether or not the other side has insurance coverage. Insurance coverage certainly is very important in these cases. However, we can also make a claim against your own insurance, your uninsured motorist coverage. That's what you have to protect you in the event that the other driver is uninsured. And that's usually required on Tennessee policies. But the other thing is, we can explore what assets the at-fault driver has as well. Perhaps they have some assets to pursue on top of insurance coverage, a home, CDs, farmland, things like that. If the injury is serious enough and the case is serious enough, we may have to explore those avenues of recovery to help the injured person as well. So it plays a role, very important, but it's not the end of the story on a lot of these cases.
Yeah, and those are a lot of the advantages of why you should contact a lawyer right away instead of waiting. So, but let me ask in a different way about that, because I just kind of mentioned that in terms of the advantages. But are there any legal deadlines that could cause someone to potentially lose their case if they wait too long to contact a lawyer?
Yeah, absolutely. The statute of limitations in Tennessee, at least, is a 1 year statute of limitations. That means after that time, your claim is barred. So you can wait too long to file a lawsuit in these accident cases. Now, the advantage to calling us just as soon as you are able to, of course, I mean, if you have an automobile accident, the first thing you want to do is comply with the medical personnel and do whatever they require you to do. But the second thing you need to do is give us a call. And the reason that you need to give us a call is we can start pursuing your cause of action against the party at fault. And that would be the person that ran into you or the person that caused the accident, the automobile wreck to start with. And that's very, very important because we start collecting evidence at that point. Once you call us and once we meet with you, then we can start collecting evidence. And that is crucial because we're always preparing for trial. The insurance companies know that we'll go to trial. We're not just on the TV or a billboard or whatever. We're actually courtroom lawyers, many, many years of trial experience. So that's what we do, and that's the importance of getting in touch with us early on.
Sam, anything you want to expand on that in terms of what happens during that first free consultation with the firm?
So during the first consultation, of course, as you said, Mike, it's free. We'll get you in the office and we will talk in detail about the facts of the case, how the accident happened. Do you know the defendant's name, the party that hit you's name, the police office that did the report? Do you have the crash report? And then we'll go through your injuries, where you've been to the doctor or hospital, and go from there. So it's really just obtaining facts about your case, getting to know one another, and seeing if it's a good fit for us to be your lawyer and pursue the case for you. It's absolutely free. And so many times we find that clients find that meeting to be much less intimidating than they thought by coming in the law office. I mean, we're here to help you. That's what our whole role is. So give us a call.
Right. Here to help. That's the whole point. I love that you said that, Sam. So, Vic, let me turn to you. I'm sure the family member of somebody that has gotten to an accident is watching this and going, well, can you help us start the process if this person is still in the hospital, like Vic described before? Can you walk us through like what that process looks like of helping the family members of the injured victim?
Oh, absolutely. If a person is in the hospital and is just almost incapacitated and they can't make the call, and the family member is there and knows that they're going to need a lawyer in this situation, and you almost always are, give us a call and we can make the visit to the hospital. We can come up there and visit with the family there in the hospital or at home. But
as long as invited.
We have to be invited.
Right.
We must be invited, Mike. We can't just show up. That's a no-no. That's a violation of the ethical rules. So if you are injured and you're in the hospital or a loved one or a family member, then give us a call, invite us to the hospital. And that's very important because while you're in the hospital, if it's an extended stay in the hospital, remember the insurance company, the defense attorneys are collecting evidence all the whole time that you're in the hospital. And we can get on the case early on, start collecting evidence on your behalf, because we're always looking at trial in these situations. And we want to protect our client and receive the most money possible for that client.
Yeah, Mike, when you prepare the case as if it's going to trial, that's when we find you get the most in any type of settlement offer as well. You got to prepare it for trial to get there.
So, we've been talking a little bit about, let's say a motor vehicle accident, one to one, but we haven't really talked about if you get into an accident with somebody that is a company related to a company or a government agency. How do you guys, and either of you can take this question, how do you guys handle cases where someone's been hurt by a company or a government agency?
So, Mike, if it's against a government agency or let's say the state of Tennessee, there's certain laws and statutes in the state that get technical and complex as to how you bring claims against those entities. For instance, the Governmental Tort Liability Act applies to county entities, municipalities in this state, and there's certain requirements that you have to do, and only certain places that you can file a suit against those government agencies. The Claims Commission is another court that receives state claims. That's the only place you can file a claim against the state of Tennessee. And then, Mike, we also handle many cases against companies such as tractor trailer, over the road interstate carriers. In those scenarios, there's a whole host of laws that apply as well in different claims in those trucking cases. You may have a negligent hiring case against an 18-wheeler company for not properly training or investigating their driver before they hired them. Then you have things such as vicarious liability, where you get into was the employee doing the appropriate thing at the behest of the company and the agency and all that. So there's a lot of different factors that we're well versed in. We handle those cases every day. So if you're in one of those, give us a call and we'll walk through it with you.
Gents, we talked about in this episode the importance of getting a lawyer, what you guys do, what the firm does. But for somebody watching this, listening to this right now, they're like, I'm still a little unsure here. Even though the consultation is free, what's your advice to them for that person who's still unsure about why they should reach out?
They should reach out and take the next step. The next step is to give us a call. And the reason they should give us a call is we're the lawyers that have many, many years, over 40 years of trial experience between the two of us. Talk to your friends. If you're local, give a call to your friends, talk to them, ask them which lawyers in town are the most experienced and will take your case to trial. Ask them who's been over in federal court for years and years and in state court for years and years. Those are the trial lawyers that will handle your case. And it just so happens Sam and I are those lawyers because we've got over 40 years of trial experience between the two of us. So give us a call. Just take that next step.
Yeah, and Mike, if you have an issue that you're not, this has never happened to me before, I'm unsure what to do, you need to call someone that has experience in that area of whatever you're doing. If my tooth hurts, I'm going to call a dentist. If I need a flu shot, I'm going to call a doctor or something like that. So that's what I would encourage them to do. Give us a call. We handle these issues every day, and we'd be glad to help you with it.
Sam, Vic, can't thank you guys enough for hopping on the show, and continued success to you guys and giving all this information out to the public. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
And thank you, everybody out there, for watching another installment of Ivy and Ivy, Generations of Justice. If you or someone you know is dealing with a life-changing injury, do me a favor. Don't wait to get legal help. You just heard them say it. Visit ivyandivy.com to speak with Sam or Vic today. Be sure to like, subscribe, share this episode with someone who needs to listen to it. As always, I'm Mike Leon. We'll see everybody next time.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and leave us a review in the comments.